a shot here early against the Vols.
Will indeed, as the two bigs will jump for their respective teams, and the tap is won by Akpara in the backcourt to our right by the Volunteers. Tennessee brings it front court with Gillespie being hounded by Holloway. He will bring it to the near wing. He'll drive to the baseline, or tried to, got cut off. Now takes it into paint, goes across the lane, flips it over into the corner, and Ament back out high to Gillespie. Gillespie facing the basket, now drives to the elbow, throws it in the low post, spinning, shooting, actually having it blocked away out of bounds. Touched last by the Vols. It was Jalen Carey who couldn't hang on to it, and Alabama forces the giveaway by the Vols.
Yeah, nice job defensively by Aiden Sherrill. Forced a difficult shot. Fans thought was out of bounds off Alabama, but you see the pace that Tennessee wants to play. They want to slow it down. Alabama wants to get it going with speed.
Holloway on the drive, lost his footing, has it on the deck, flips it somehow to Jemison, who saved it, throwing it off of a Volunteer and out of bounds in possession. Somehow is going to stay with the Crimson Tide, and we will absolutely take it.
That looked like a turnover about to go the opposite direction for an easy two for Tennessee. Great job by Aiden Holloway and Aiden Sherrill to stay with it.
Bama inbounds it to Sherrill in the corner, now on the wing to Holloway. He'll drive, he'll stop, he'll try to throw it in the corner. Volunteers knocked it away out of bounds. 5 to shoot after Alabama inbounds the basketball. 19:06 is the time on the first half game clock. We are scoreless at the moment here at Thompson-Boling Arena.
Alabama has to go quick. Could have been another turnover. Fortunately, ball goes out of bounds off Tennessee.
Allen trying to get it in. Flips it ahead of the count to Sherrill. 4, 3. Sherrill at 2. Sherrill at 1. Has to throw up a desperation shot that's blocked, and that is a bad possession for Alabama right out of the gate.
Essentially almost three turnovers in that possession. Alabama almost turned it over twice, ended up turning it over. Aiden Sherrill did not have awareness of the shot clock. Didn't get off a shot.
Here comes Tennessee, throwing it into the low post. Ament works it back out to Carey. Hands it off to Gillespie. Fires from 15, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Sherrill. Gives it off to Holloway, now to Reitzel, into the corner to Jemison. Spot up 3, way too strong, but Tennessee couldn't control the loose ball. Ament had it come straight off as an air ball, and I think that threw his rhythm off a little bit, lost it out of bounds.
And I think part of it may be a freshman in front of 20,000 in an electric environment. You know, Jemison and the rest of this Alabama team is pumped up. That one a little too pumped up as it sailed over.
And then Bama turns it over again. Allen late in the 5-second count, tried to force one to Holloway. It's taken away by the Vols, so 2 turnovers on as many as possessions by the Crimson Tide. Here's Tennessee on the drive inside, poked away by Carey, out of bounds, touched last by the Crimson Tide, and Nate Oates will get Taylor Bowen up off the bench, checking in for the Tide and coming in to replace Jemison. And Nate Oates with a teaching moment for the young freshman as he makes his way to the bench. So here comes Tennessee from the top of the arc. The 3 up and good by Gillespie. And the Vols draw first blood. 3-0 Tennessee, 18:08 to go in the opening half. Holloway on the drive, getting underneath the basket, throws it to Sherrill. Spinning, pump fake, shot, too strong off the window, and Alabama will come the other way.
That is uncommon for Aiden Sherrill to rush it. If he takes his time, he gets an easy lay-in.
Akpara handing it off to Ament. He'll throw a lob pass. It goes off the backboard, and it came right back to him. 15 on the shot clock for the Volunteers. As out high, Gillespie will work to the wing, then gives it off to the end, driving to the lane, laying it in for 2 was Carey, and it's 5-0 Vols. Holloway the other direction to Allen, left to the circle, now trying to drive, cut off, needs help, still needs help, pivoting as Akpara defends, and he finds Bowen. Bowen working against Ament, takes it to the right wing, hands it off to Holloway, 10 on the shot clock. Holloway at 9, at 8. Holloway at 7, driving underneath. Lost it, got it back, and then threw it away. Third turnover by Alabama. 17:05 to go here in the first half. It's a 5-0 Tennessee advantage.
And LeBaron Philon set the check in for Alabama.
Here come the Vols. They work it to Akpara, who flips it onto the right wing to Boswell. He'll drive into the lane, gets it back out Gillespie at 3, rims out no good. Tip follow no good by Ament, but then he hustles gets to the ball first, lays it up, missed it, and a rebound for Sherrill. Alabama getting beat on the glass, and Nate Oates is livid. Left side, Bo Bowen couldn't handle the pass, and it's turned over again by the Crimson Tide. That's 4 in, I believe, 5 possessions. Inside Akpara, jump hook, short, rebound, tipped. He claims it himself, flips it over, but it's controlled by Bo Bowen as the Tide takes it away. Fortunate to only be down 5-zip. Nearly 4 minutes into this one, and there's a foul in the open floor on Bishop Boswell.
Well, just a terrible start for Alabama. 0 for 3 from the field, an air ball, a missed layup, and 4 turnovers. Other than that, playing great on the offensive end. And a big reason why LeBaron Philon is in this game early. Aiden Holloway checks out. Alabama looks shaky, to say the least, on the offensive end. Hopefully they can settle down.
We've had 2 shots, neither of which has hit the rim, and we've turned it over 4 times. Wrightsell to inbound it for the Tide, gets it into Allen. Amari working to his left, getting into the paint, getting to the rim, had it blocked, batted around, touched last by the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, not a good shot. I mean, 3 guys could have blocked it. And you pick whoever gets credit for it, but Amari Allen will check out. Alabama, the leading scoring team in college basketball, looks far from it right now with bad shots, bad decisions, and got to get stops. The offense will come if they settle down against this Tennessee defense.
Volunteers with Ethan Berg into the basketball game. He's got it between the circles. He will work to his left, hesitates, stops, throws it into the low post, out of bounds, and thankfully the balls haven't been razor sharp. It's 5-0 Tennessee with 15:55 to go here in the opening half of action. Ugh. Back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Is this Alabama team more than capable of riding the ship in a hurry? LeBaron Philon has checked in along with Noah Williamson, joining Houston Millett. And let's see, we got 2 others on the floor, Taylor Bo Bowen and Latrell Wrightsell Jr. Here is Philon with it, working between the circles. Going to his right with a dribble, now to his left. Stops, looks, near side Bo Bowen, trying to drive, got cut off by Akpara. 11 on the shot clock. Philon stepping back, squaring up, shooting a 3, halfway down, hit the window, and then fell in for the first 3 of the game for the Tide, and it's a 2-point contest.
Had J.P. Estrella on him at 6'11", was given too much ground. Nice read by LeBaron Philon as he steps back and knocks down the 3.
Ament with it on the near side, throws it into the low post to Estrella. Back out high, they'll work it to Berg. Berg looking to the top of the arc, and Ament being defended by Philon. Ament will drive, puts it up off the window too strong, and Wrightsell, the weak side board, will throw the outlet pass to Millett for Alabama. Back to Wrightsell, 3 for the lead, no good, and the rebound controlled by Amari Evans of the Volunteers.
That's such a difficult shot when you're running full speed. Tried to put on the brakes just a little long with the 3.
Near side, they throw a bullet to Estrella. He'll spin, shoot to the baseline and miss it. Rebounds tipped into the air twice, and saving it were the Volunteers. Hustle play from Akpara to keep it alive for Tennessee. Top of the arc, Bird dribbling now to the right wing. Surveying the floor, he'll cross over against Bo Bowen. The jump hook in the lane, no good from Estrella, and then Wrightsell claims another one for the Crimson Tide. Philon will run it front court for Alabama. LeBaron working to the left wing, Wrightsell. Latrell back to Philon. He'll drive, little hitter off the back iron, no good, and the rebound controlled by the Volunteers. Still a 5-3 Tennessee lead, 14:06 and moving. Time left here in the first half from Rocky Top.
Good look from LeBaron Philon on the other end, a little strong with it. Fortunately, Alabama's doing a nice job defensively. Tennessee 0 for their last 7.
Amen against Millett. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound tipped twice, goes into the hands of Akpara. Deep 3 from Bird, no good. Rebound tipped again into the hands of Williamson. Had it, lost it, Vols get it back. Around they go to Evans, thought about a 3. Flips it back outside, now to Bird.
Yeah, you just got to grab it. It was right in Noah Williamson's hands, nobody around him, and he fumbled it.
The tip on the window or on the rim, they didn't call it basket interference, or with the ball being on the cylinder, they count it for Tennessee, and it's 7-3 Vols. They'll check that at the next media timeout. Here's Bama with the basketball now. Philon on the drive, got held, no whistle, puts it up, got it to go off the glass, and he is fouled. A chance for the and one opportunity for LeBaron Filon Jr.
That is a strong move from LeBaron. Just missed the floater on the previous possession. Had the matchup he wanted. Berg on his hip. The pump fake got Berg off balance just enough. Takes the contact in a big three-point play.
LeBaron Filon Jr. going to the stripe for the Crimson Tide. LeBaron on the year, a 78% free throw shooter. Alabama as a squad making 76% of its tries. He's attempting the and one that would pull Bama back to within a point again. It's only 7-5, 6.5 minutes into this one. Free throw from Filon is up and it's good. And it's a 7-6 ball game, 13:31 on the game clock here in the opening half from Knoxville. Driving is Gillespie, who's checked back in, gives it off to Estrella, who then hands it off to Amari Abram. Throws it onto the right wing, catch and shoot three, up and good for Jacoby Gillespie, and that will be his second made bucket of this opening half. Here comes the Tide the other way. Millette for the answer, bottom. Houston Millette, the bank first three for the Crimson Tide. That will be Alabama's second, and the Crimson Tide now, after a second three-point make, has made it a one-point game again. 10-9 Vols, 12:55 and moving. Time left first half. Abram with the dribble out high. Allen hounding him. Abram trying to cross over, picks it up, gives it off to Dwayne Brown II, who is almost losing the basketball, the freshman from Hoover. Now he hands it off to Gillespie. Gillespie on the drive. Three on the shot clock, lost the handle, got it back, picked it up, put it in. Late scramble play in the shot clock, and the Vols were able to capitalize.
That's a great defensive possession for Alabama, just an unlucky bounce at the end.
Filon, bounce pass caught nicely by Sherrill, drives past the defender and throws it down. Estrella couldn't stay with him.
And didn't come close. I thought maybe we didn't hear a whistle. It looked like Estrella almost stopped. What a move by Aiden Sherrill.
He's hobbling a little bit. He may have hurt himself on that move that, besides his pride, may have been hurt on that play by Aiden Sherrill. Now Estrella will hand it off to Boswell. Pulls up from the elbow left side. 15-footer. They're going to count it, and they're going to call a foul on the floor, I believe, against the Crimson Tide. We come to a media timeout. We'll sort it out when we return. 11:58 to go, opening half. Tennessee 14, Alabama 11. Wayne Brown II, the freshman out of Hoover High School, but Alabama is going to get the basketball and the foul after on Brown, but the bucket counts for the Vols.
Yeah, and that's what the call was on the floor before the timeout. We were wondering if maybe they were going to review a potential goaltend. They did not review that, so the score remains the same. 14-11 Vols.
Bama with the basketball, down three, but again, considering we didn't score the first 5 minutes of the game, we'll take it. It was only 5-0 during that stretch. Here's Allen, left side for three, too strong, and the rebound control on the weak side by the Volunteers, Jacoby Gillespie. So 14-11, Tennessee with the lead as Gillespie will work to the right wing, cut off by Reitzel. He'll back it out to the timeline. He'll give it off to Abram between the circles. Now near wing, they'll hand it to Boswell. Boswell trying to work against Allen, and now Jemison, who makes the switch onto him. They swing it over timeline again to Gillespie with the shot clock down to 6. Gillespie trying to get free from Filon, gets into the paint, goes alive, and that is good by Felix Akpar. Good patience by the Vols as Bama runs the other way. Right side, three, bottom. Great quick answer by Alabama, pushing the pace against the Vols and making it a 16-14 game.
Didn't have much room at all in the corner, but the quick release of Latrell Reitzel knocks it down for Bama.
Akpara, a dribble and a handoff to Abram out high. Abram working against Filon, flips it to timeline where Gillespie catches it. Allen defending him tightly. Gillespie calling for a screen from Akpara, gets it, plays off of it, changes direction, left alone, three, too strong. Rebound tip, controlled by the Vols. Spinning, throwing it into the corner was Carey. Driving and then swinging it back. They go to Carey. Pulling his way down the lane, puts it up with a left hand no, and they'll call a foul on the Crimson Tide. That is going to be on London Jemison. Officials for Today's game, Don Daly, our lead official, Vladimir Voyard-Tadal, and Lucas Santos are the others. It was Santos who made that call. And Alabama will see the Vols go to the free throw line.
And it was Jalen Carey with the offensive rebound. He ended up driving it, getting to the line. 6'8", 270. One of the reasons why this Tennessee team rebounds the ball so well on the offensive end. Carey, their best offensive rebounder, and the Vols dominating the offensive glass, 8-1 advantage for Tennessee.
They have made 5 of their last 6 from the field. Bama 4 of its last 5, but neither really feels like that, frankly. 16-14 Vols after the first one was missed, and the second one is long, and the rebound cleared by Bolbo, and Bama can tie it or take its first lead with a 3 as driving will be Holloway. Got cut off on the baseline, gives it to Bolbo, and Taylor will flip it over to Wrightsell. He fires a pass to Holloway near wing. Holloway on the dribble goes down the lane. Layup is blocked by Okpara, and now we got a 4-on-4, and here come the Vols the other way. Onto the right wing, they go with it to Gillespie. Gillespie looks into the low post, gives it off to the big man Carey. Spinning, feeds it over to Ament. Fires a pass that ultimately winds up top of the circle. Free ball is up and missed, but the Vols get good position again, and Okpara lays it in for 2, and that was way too easy.
Yeah, 9-1 advantage in offensive rebounding. NATO's talking to the officials, feeling like Okpara may have held and then attacked the offensive glass, but Alabama's got to be much better rebounding the ball. Focus coming into this game, but it's been all Tennessee on the backboard.
Holloway with the ball front court. Off of a screen, he'll work left side, look to go back to Wrightsell. Latrell slips, regains the footing, gives it off to Sherrill on the right wing. Hands it back to Wrightsell. He'll drive in, puts up a tough runner, and was able to get it go with Gillespie hanging all over him.
Yeah, a lot of contact, able to finish through that contact. Could have very easily been an and one, but Latrell Wrightsell playing well on the offensive end.
Here come the Vols the other way. Ament throws it back to Gillespie, who flips it into the corner. Boswell for 3. That one hits the rim, rolls off, no good, but the ball's knocked out of bounds, touched last by Amari Allen. Again, the active hands of the Vols, even when they don't secure the rebound, results in the possession staying in their favor.
Yeah, and Alabama considering challenging this. I thought live it was off of Tennessee. Of course, I've got crimson-colored glasses on, but the Bama coaching staff's looking at it, and they are not going to challenge it. And you notice NATO's in these situations when they're considering challenging it, he'll substitute to give his bench a chance to decide if they are going to challenge it or not.
Noah Williamson checks in. Sherrill sits down. Vols with the basketball on the far wing. They throw it to their big, who lays it up and in for 2. And Carey continues to hurt Alabama on the inside. That is his second bucket to go with a couple of rebounds in 7 minutes. Allen on the left wing fakes a 3, drives, dishes. Holloway gets into the paint, puts it up. Floater was short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Williamson. Noah brings it back outside, pivots and needs help. Bounce pass picked up by Holloway in traffic. 10 to shoot. Holloway trying to work against the defender who's all over him like a cheap suit. They won't blow the whistle. Near side, now top of the arc. Allen catch and shoot 3. That's no good. And the rebound controlled by the Volunteers and Jalen Carey. Carey on the drive, handing it off to Boswell. Now to Gillespie, into the low post. They go again to Carey. He'll work against Williamson, who fires it back outside. Directing traffic, Boswell with the dribble, 10 on the shot clock. Flips it over to Ament, working against Holloway. Ament trying to back his way down. Spins, jumper, no good. Rebound picked up by Allen, and Amari runs the other way. We had numbers. He gets bumped, though, lost the handle. Scramble on the deck, tie up, and they're going to call a foul. Let's see who it's going to be on.
I think they may have gotten Alabama. I'm not sure if it was Latrell Wrightsell or Amari Allen. Great hustle play, but I think that may go against Bama.
And Ament slow to get up. He is grabbing his right leg, and we'll find out who the call is against. I believe it's going to be Amari Allen of Alabama. We got a timeout on the floor, media timeout. 7:42 to go. Tennessee 20, Alabama 16. Here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
For this Alabama team to win this game, it's got to start on the defensive end and closing out those defensive possessions by rebounding the ball in that end of the floor.
Gillespie on the drive, kicks it onto the right wing to Evans. Evans to the elbow and carry. He'll drive in, he'll lay it up and get it to go with the left hand. Too strong. Alabama not able to answer him, and it's 22-16 Vols. Phylon directing traffic for Alabama. Comes near side. Jemison catch and shoot three. Too strong. Rebounded, though, by Millette. Nice to see Alabama claim an offensive board for a change. Now Phylon with it. Left side. Working against the big defender, Carey. Goes to his left. Spins. Looks. Kicks it out to Sherrill. He will drive. Stops. Pump fake. Left with the left hand. No good. And it's taken away by the Vols. Tide not able to get it done inside against Tennessee as they'll drive and shoot a baseline leaner and get it to go. Bishop Boswell makes it an 8-point Vol advantage. Big trip right here for Bama. Need to quiet things off, and a foul's going to be called on Boswell. And do they go and one? Nope, they're going to call the foul on the floor as Holloway was able to finish, but they said he was not going into the act of shooting when the whistle was blown, and a foul is called on Boswell. That's his second now for Tennessee.
Yeah, Alabama's on almost a 3-minute scoring drought, 6-0 run for the Volunteers, and the physical defense of Tennessee really paying dividends. Alabama having a hard time creating space and getting past the initial defender.
Holloway working against Akpara, gives it off to Jemison. Jemison to Sherrill. 10 on the shot clock. Holloway with it, driving to his right, kicks it into the corner. Jemison fakes a three, had it taken away by Akpara. That is turnover number 6 at least by Alabama. Here come the Vols the other way. They'll throw a lob wide open underneath. Akpara missed the layup and then missed the tip, and we're really fortunate there. Here's Millette the other way. Flips it onto the wing to Holloway. Aiden back to Millette, left alone, deep three, in and out, no good. It was halfway down.
Well, that's a couple threes Alabama's let fly that look good. A little strong with it. Houston Millette playing well on both ends of the floor in this one.
Near steal, but picking it up will be Carey. Drives into the lane, spins, shoots, and missed it, thankfully. Ball's tipped into the air again and goes back to the Vols. Right wing with it is Bird. Back out high again to Gillespie. 12 on the shot clock. Gillespie down the lane, lays it up and in for two. 10-point Vol lead. We got to get something going. Both ends. Look out behind. Holloway didn't see the defender coming, and they picked his pocket easily. Here's Gillespie with it. Working to his right, poked out of bounds by Phylon. Allen will check in, and Jemison will replace him for the Crimson Tide. Latrell Wrightsell Jr. is going to come in and get who? Holloway will exit. 26-16. Bama 0 for its last 5. Tennessee in the midst of an 8-0 run in the last 3.5.
Yeah, and not just 0 for their last 5, but 3 turnovers in that stretch. So Bama missing shots and turning it over. Terrible combination on the offensive end, and Tennessee feeling confident offensively. They're getting the ball inside and getting some second and third chance opportunities.
Vols work it. Center of the floor, Gillespie. He'll drive, getting downhill, gets in the lane, tough wild runner, no good. Rebound picked up by Amari Allen, and here comes Bama the other way.
I think Aiden Sherrill may have gotten a piece of that.
They have. Here comes Wrightsell, back to Millette. Millette with a left-hand dribble, flips it over to Sherrill, who hands it off to Phylon. LeBaron with 15 on the shot clock, goes to his left, and a hold's going to be whistled on the Volunteers and Ethan Bird.
And I understand the frustration of the Tennessee fans because they have not called that. Now, I've wanted them to all first half long because that is Tennessee defense. They put 2 hands on you and so physical against the dribbler. Alabama not able to get past that physical defense. They finally called the foul. Tennessee fans don't like it, and I would agree with them that the whistle hasn't been consistent against the dribbler.
So Bama will inbound it from the baseline. It will be Holloway getting it into Sherrill on the left wing. Aiden, a dribble to his right a couple of times, and a handoff to Allen, who gets pushed. An obvious foul by Amari Evans. And again, the faithful in that color not happy with the whistle.
Yeah, and they've let him play here in the first half on both ends of the floor. Just the 16th foul for Tennessee, and this is one of the most physical defensive teams in the country. And if they're letting them play, that is advantage Tennessee.
Bama with the basketball. Driving is Holloway. Kicks it in the corner to Reitzel. Steps back, three, bottom. Need the veteran to step up, and he does there. Latrell Reitzel Jr. now with 8 to lead the Tide, and Bama is back to within 7 with 4:14 to go in the half. On the drive, Gillespie throws it into the low post. Brown saves it for Tennessee. Then they work it around the horn. Evans, an open look, no good. Rebound Brown on the inside, and Amari Allen is going to be called for a hold.
Is that Amari Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought they may have gotten Aiden Sherrill, who was matched up on Brown, and boy.
But second on Allen and the third team foul. It has not been a good start for Amari Allen. He had nearly a double-double in the first half of the last game. In this one, no points, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers.
And another offensive board for Tennessee. They have been dominant on the glass in this one. 12 offensive rebounds, 8-0 in second chance points, and opportunity right here for more.
Third team foul on Alabama. Tennessee's been called for 6. Here come the Vols to the near side. They give it to Estrella at the elbow. Noah Williamson guarding him. Jump hook over Noah is up and good. Bama's going to run the other way. Here comes Holloway, left side, driving underneath as Jemison had it blocked and taken away, and then picked back up by Williamson. He stole it back for the Tide. Around to Reitzel, 3, bottom. Latrell Reitzel Jr. offensively trying to keep us in it. He's got it back to 6, 28-22 with 3.5 remaining in the half.
He leads the SEC in three-point makes in conference play, number 2 in percentage, and he is on a hot streak.
Brown drawing the foul from Williamson, who was just a tad late getting to the spot. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Crimson Tide. Timeout on the floor, 3:20 to play in the half. Tennessee 28, Alabama 22 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
And an important 3:20 left in this half with Bama down by 6. Just over 3 minutes to play until halftime. Alabama needs to finish this half strong.
And with a minute out of the game, here's Gillespie for 3, and right on cue, unfortunately, the wrong way. He knocks one down for the Volunteers. So their lead goes back up to 9, 31-22. Here's the Crimson Tide with it. Driving is Holloway. Puts up a tough runner off the window, and again, they're hanging all over him with no whistle, but he still got it to drop.
What an incredible shot by Aiden Holloway.
Bird near side 3, no good. Weak side rebound by Brown. He misses the putback. The tap, though, is up and good by Estrella, I believe, for the Volunteers. Actually, they gave it to Amari Evans, but nonetheless, Tennessee with the 33-24 advantage. Bama basketball, Reitzel near wing. Throws it to Sherrill. Backing his way down on Estrella. Off the window, no. Rebound tipped out, claimed by Millette. Millette, look out, had a man behind him, and it was taken away again. Twice now, Bama, without paying attention, had it taken away from behind, and the Vols will come the other direction. Gillespie on the drive, steps back, a deep 3 attempt, way short, and it's picked up by Alabama and Holloway. Aiden running the other direction, but the Vols are back defensively. Holloway crossover, stops, fires near side. Reitzel, quick release 3, no good. Tip, no good. Tips again, and a scramble, and a foul's going to be called on Houston Millette, I believe. So a tough sequence there for Bama, not able to get the loose ball, and the foul whistled on the Crimson Tide. And London Jemison is going to check in for Alabama. No, he picked up his 2nd foul on that play. It wasn't Millette, it was Jemison who got called for his 2nd. Here come the Vols the other way. Off the screen, Gillespie, a bounce pass to Estrella in the paint. Spinning jump hook, no good. Rebound tip, fought for, still scrambling. Vols win the battle. They kick it out onto the right wing. Evans for 3 is good. They're tougher than we are, and that's the difference.
Alabama's just getting dominated on the offensive glass. A missed shot is an offensive rebound almost each and every time for Tennessee.
Phylon was able to get downhill and get past Gillespie and make it a 10-point game again with 1:18 to go in the half. 36-26, Volunteers with the lead. Gillespie throws it into the low post. Bama scrambles for the loose ball, can't do it. Estrella is there, the pogo stick, got him the putback and the two. And whether they've got numbers or not in the paint, they're getting to the loose ball and getting now a 12-point lead. Here's Bama, and a foul whistled on the Volunteers. That's going to be on J.P. Estrella, and that'll send LeBaron Phylon Jr. to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Already 17 second-chance points for Tennessee to just 3 for Alabama. Alabama getting dominated on the glass, 26-15 rebounding advantage for Tennessee. 16 of those 26 coming on the offensive end for the Vols.
Phylon misses the free throw, and the rebound saved by the Volunteers. You get freebies, you got to take advantage, and Alabama misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Volunteers with the basketball, up a dozen. Ball's knocked away, though, and stolen. Here is Jalil Bethia, who's checked in for the Tide, driving downhill, got caught in the air, nearly threw it away. Bo Bowen driving, baseline leaner, no good, and the rebound controlled by Jalen Carey. We're getting manhandled, literally.
Yeah, the strength of Tennessee, so tough to deal with, and Alabama having all kind of trouble with it.
Vols in the final 15 seconds of this first half. They get an open look in the corner. It's no good, and then a rebounding foul is called on Estrella of the Volunteers. Rick Barnes upset that his team shot it too quick. That was not the three wanted from Ethan Berg as the shot clock had expired. And he shot it with 11 seconds to go in the half, and then they called a foul on Estrella that, not surprisingly, the Tennessee faithful didn't agree with. Rick Barnes telling Don Daly that's a horrible call. Sherrill, a 1-and-1, hits the front end, and that's a big make. With 9.8 to go in this half, gets it back to 11. Phylon will exit for the Crimson Tide. Williamson out there giving Bama a bigger defender, along with Bo Bowen, Sherrill, Wrightsell, and Phylon, and Bethia. Free throw's good. 8 seconds to go in the half. Bama down 10. Here comes Tennessee front court with Gillespie driving down the lane, puts up the reverse layup, and they called a foul on the Tide, and I believe that's going to be on Aiden Sherrill, who got him with a body. If so, that's the first on Sherrill. It is. Team 6, but it'll be 2 shots upcoming here. 2.1 seconds remaining in the half. Free throw up, and the free throw good from Jacoby Gillespie, who's got 14 first half points. He got us in the first matchup against the Crimson Tide, as Gillespie was able to go for 24, and he's on pace for that or more this one. Second free throw up and good. And timeout, Nate Oates, the use it or lose it timeout with 2.1 to go. Bama down a dozen, and Brian, we'll come to you in a moment. First, we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Brian, disappointing that you're down 12, disconcerting that you're down a dozen, and Nate Ament, best player on this Tennessee roster, has not played anywhere near the full allotment of minutes since he went out with having played 8 minutes due to some sort of leg injury.
Yeah, he's one of the most talented players in the SEC, but he's not one of the most physical players. And the reason Tennessee has dominated this game is their physicality. They've dominated Alabama defensively, forcing turnovers, getting Alabama out of their rhythm, and way too many second chance opportunities. The best offensive rebounding team in the country has played like it here in the first half.
Bama has to go the length of the floor. 2.1 to go in the half. Millette will trigger it in. Houston looking, fires it towards midcourt. Caught by Allen. Spin, shoot. The deep three, that's short. And the half closes with Alabama on the wrong end of a 40-28 score. Brian, go ahead.
Coach, thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, they're physical. We're not handling it well on either end. They're killing us on their offensive boards, our defensive boards. I mean, we have 10 and they have 16. So they're getting way more than we are on their own misses, and down there, their physicality is causing us to turn it over, and we're not getting good shots. So we got a lot to fix at halftime.
Thank you, Coach.
Nate Oates at the half, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Give pests the full court press. Call Cook's today to protect your home and business from pests and termites. At the break, Volunteers with a 40-28 lead over the Tide. We're back with some of the halftime numbers in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Start of the second half, Alabama will have possession first. Ament will start half number 2 for the Volunteers, along with Gillespie, Boswell, Carey, and Akpara. Bama with Philon, Holloway, Wrightsell, Sherrill, and Allen. Philon with a dribble for Bama, gets it inside to Sherrill, kicks it in the corner. Allen, 3, that is high off the rim. Long rebound, tipped out though, Holloway all alone, 3-ball bottom, and that's a good start. A bank first 3 for the Tide, their 6th of the day.
And now 17-6. Second chance points advantage for Tennessee. Alabama with a nice offensive possession. 2 great looks, and Holloway knocks down the 3.
Vols work it to a bent into the low post now to Carey. Carey kicks it back out to Gillespie. Back inside Carey, working against Sherrill. He'll throw it to the top of the circle now to Gillespie right side. The drive and the dish, left side 3 is in and out, no good. Long rebound tipped out, and a foul's going to be whistled on the Volunteers. That's going to be Bama basketball, trailing 40-31. The foul whistled, I believe, on Akpara.
And that's the second rebounding foul on Tennessee to end the half, the last few seconds. First one of the game, and the second one to start the second half. Hopefully the whistles tighten up. That will help the Crimson Tide.
Bama gets the basketball to Holloway, right side. 3 again, hits it again. Aiden Holloway knocks down back-to-back bank first 3s, and Alabama's to within 6 with 18:53 to go. Here come the Vols the other direction. With the dribble alive is Gillespie. Backs it out near the center court stripe. Goes to his left, drives, gets away with a push-off. 15-footer is up and good. He shoved Aiden Holloway into the paint. No whistle on that. Here's Bama the other way, down 8. Driving is Allen to the rim, stops, puts it up, got it to go, and Bama is to within 6 again. The Tide, 3 of its last 3 after missing its first shot of half number 2.
That's a great job by Maury Allen. Put on the brakes, let the shot blocker come by him, ends up the wide open layup.
Here is Gillespie with it on the right wing. Hands it high to Carey. Carey back to Boswell into the far corner. They'll work it. They'll drive, backing his way down, spinning, and shooting is Ament. He got it over a smaller defender, which is virtually anybody that guards him at 6'10". Gets it to go. The lead's down to 8, or back up to 8. Here's Bama. Wrightsell, 3, bottom, and he is fouled. A chance for the and 1 after a bank first 3 from Latrell Wrightsell Jr. A 4-point play opportunity upcoming for the Crimson Tide here.
Led Alabama in the first half with 11 points. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Now 4 for 6. That is a huge 3 for Alabama and a great start for the Crimson Tide. As bad as Alabama was to start this game, the first few minutes of this one disastrous on the offensive end for Alabama. 0 for 4 with 4 turnovers. A great start to the second half offensively. Alabama a perfect 4 for 4, and all of those, or excuse me, 3 of those coming from deep.
Alabama back to within 4 after starting the half down a dozen with 17:45 to go in this contest. 3 left side, rattles out no good. Tip wouldn't go, and Sherrill claims it for Alabama. Aiden will bring it ahead for the Crimson Tide. Gets it into the front court. Hands it off to Phylon. Back to Sherrill. Or over to Allen, I should say. Back to Phylon now high. To Allen, near side. Fakes the three. Drives, dishes. LeBaron, triple. No good. And the rebound controlled by the Volunteers. It looked so good, but wouldn't go down. Gillespie going downhill. Gives it off to Carey. Carey working into the lane. Lost it on the way up. Got it back. Put it up and in for two. And we're fortunate that wasn't an and one. 46-40, Volunteers with the lead. Bama driving, right cell, reverse layup, hung on the rim and wouldn't drop. In the rebound control by the Volunteers.
That's a beautiful move by Latrell Wrightsville, just not able to get the roll.
Vols throw it into the low post. They'll spin, they'll put it up, it's no good, and again, Sherrill takes it away. Vols bring it front court. Bama does, I should say. Gets it to Phylon, top of the arc. LeBaron fakes the three, being defended by Akpara. He'll wait on his screen that slips. He'll drive in, runner off the glass. It wouldn't go. Boy, that's two misses that would have been great buckets for the Tide. Instead, we've got a net that is hung up on the Alabama end of the floor. They're going to straighten that out.
You know, even the three that was missed by Alabama was a great look.
No doubt.
Two missed tough layups, but two that Bama can make. The good news for Alabama, quality of shot is really good to start the second half. That wasn't the case in the first half. Alabama doing a great job of ball movement, playing against the physical defense of Tennessee, getting great looks. They've knocked down some missed opportunities here the last couple of possessions, but Alabama looking much better on the offensive end.
Williamson and Millette in for Alabama. Williamson defending as they throw it to the outside. Jumper is missed. Williamson had the rebound, couldn't hang on to it. Vols claim it, and then there's going to be basket interference whistled on Alabama. Nate Oates says, yeah, we knocked the ball out of the bottom of the net, but Tennessee touched it as it was in the cylinder on the way down. They're going to review that, I believe, at the media timeout, which is 11 seconds away. Or are they going to review it right now?
Yeah. There were a couple of goaltendings.
Yeah, there were.
On that
Bama
play.
clearly touched it while it was coming through the net, but Tennessee touched it on the cylinder on the way down.
But you got to grab that ball.
Yeah, no doubt. Williamson had
it. It is hard to get a defensive rebound against Tennessee. Alabama's proven that. But when you have two hands on the ball, nobody around you, you got to grab it. Noah Williamson wasn't able to.
Tennessee up 8. Bama's got the ball. Allen on the wing, trying to drive into the lane. Kicks it back to Millette. Fakes the three. Now trying to drive. Can't. Gives it off to Allen near side. 8 on the shot clock. Amari working against Akpara. Drives tough to the window. Missed the shot badly, and the rebound controlled by Estrella of the Volunteers.
Yeah, may have even gotten blocked. Difficult shot, well defended by Akpara.
So long, very similar to Florida in terms of what they do on the defensive end. It's similar results, unfortunately. Vols work it, top of the arc. Boswell throws it to Estrella on the baseline. Backing his way in on Williamson, lays it up, missed it. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Noah can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Vols when we come back. 15:20 to play. Alabama, 2 within 8, 48-40 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Vols inbounded in the corner. Akpara on the wing. Now to Gillespie, weaving through traffic. Had a man on his hip. Drives to the block right side. Cut off. Flips it out high to Evans. Evans with 6 on the shot clock. Working against Millette at 5. At 4. Driving at 3. At 2. At 1. Too strong. Rebounded by Holloway. And a great job there.
That's great defense by Houston Millette.
Bo Bowen for 3. Too strong. It was dead on, but wouldn't go. And the rebounds controlled by Akpara of the Volunteers. So 48-40, Tennessee, 14:40 left to play in the ball game.
It's one of about 3 or 4 threes that look like they're going down, dead on, just a little strong with it. Not a bad look from Taylor Bo Bowen.
Gillespie with it, weaving through traffic. Stops, spins into the lane, throws a bounce pass to Akpara, spinning, shooting, and getting the friendly roll.
That is a tough shot, well defended. Didn't even look like he was looking at the goal, but the soft touch, and Tennessee extends the lead.
Phylon, the lob to Sherrill, and he gets fouled by Akpara. Akpara guilty of his second personal that they've called. Third team foul this half on the Volunteers. Nate Oates got the call, but still livid with Vladimir Voyard-Tadal. And also the other official
he's talking about
his ire in Lucas Santos.
Yeah, he's talking about the other end of the floor.
Yeah. First free throw good by Aiden Sherrill, who's got now 5 points in the game. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 4 of 4 now as the big man knocks home another one. 8-point game again, 50-42, 14-12 and ticking. Time left to play here in Knoxville. Gillespie with a dribble to the right side, and they're going to call a technical on Nate Oates. Vladimir Voyard-Tadal had told him earlier he didn't want to hear any more, and Nate was still chirping. And the Vols faithful respond favorably to the technical on the Alabama coach. Gillespie hits the first free throw. Second free throw missed, so only 1 of 2 for Gillespie there. .14:05 to play. Alabama down 51-42. Vols basketball knocked away into the backcourt. Millette diving for it, almost got it. They'll throw it back into the front court. Will the Vols? They work it to Gillespie in the lane. The runner is up. It's no good. Rebounded by the Vols. Out to Gillespie for 3. He misses. Rebound again by Tennessee. Is claiming it as Evans. Evans back out to Gillespie, or actually to Boswell. Into the low post. Estrella blocked by Sherrill. Batted out and picked up by Gillespie. Into the paint. Leaner is up and good.
4 opportunities on that possession for Tennessee. They continue their dominance on the offensive glass.
Relentless as Bama works it to Philon. Over to Bull Bowen. 3 is up. 3 is no good. Rebounded Sherrill. Couldn't hang on to it, and then he commits the foul in the back court on Amari Evans, and that personal on Aiden Sherrill will be his second. Team foul number 2 this half on the Tide. 3 on the Volunteers. 13-14 to go, and Tennessee, which led by a dozen at the half, leads by 11 right now, and they've got the basketball.
Alabama just having all kind of problems closing out defensive possessions. The dominance on the glass continues. 23-6, second chance points for Tennessee.
Brown into the game for the Vols, gives it off. Boswell, jumper, rolls off, no good. A great box out by Millette. And here comes the Tide the other way. Bama front court, near side, Bull Bowen. Taylor dribbling it out high to Sherrill. He will pivot, takes the dribble to his right, a couple of third, a fourth. Now trying to back his way down against Estrella. Getting into the paint, lost it, got it back. Spinning to his right, spinning, lost it, and taken away by the Vols.
I mean, that's not Alabama basketball. Aiden Sherrill backing his man down, trying to post up. Ends up turning it over. Alabama struggling last few minutes.
12:25 to go. Tennessee up 11 with the ball. Vols with the dribble. It's Gillespie. Gillespie looking left side to Evans. He'll drive. He'll hand it off. Estrella's leaner is good. And the lead is at 13. Matching, I believe, the biggest of the day. Actually, that is the biggest of the game for the Volunteers. Millette giving it off to Sherrill. Millette fakes the 3, driving against Brown. Gets into the paint, flips it outside to Reitzel. He'll drive, puts it up off the glass and in, and that ends the run for the Vols. And Luttrell has done that about 5 times in this game.
He's been the bright spot for Alabama on the offensive end, and that ends about a 5.5-minute field goal drought for Alabama.
Vols with the basketball, front court. They worked it into the left side and inside to Brown. Shot blocked by Sherrill, and Aiden saves it to Bull Bowen. Now here we go, down 11 with 11:28 to play. Front half, Allen. Front court, I should say, Allen. Now to Reitzel. Catch and shoot. 3 ball, got fouled, and he'll shoot 3. when we come back. Timeout on the floor, 11:22 to go. 55-44, Vols leading it by 11 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Matchup, not ideal for Alabama, but if you do a few things better than you've done them, you're going to give yourself a chance in this one. But right now, Tennessee having their way. Fortunately, Latrell Reitzel has had a big game for Alabama. He leads. Alabama scores with 17.
He did miss that free throw, though. He does make the second. He'll have a third attempt upcoming. 55-45 with 11:22 to play. Bama 7 of 9 from the stripe for the game. Make it 8 of 10 as he gets 2 out of 3 there.
Latrell Reitzel is really hitting his stride on both ends of the floor. He's been so good, playing with so much confidence. Mentioned now he's got 19, 6 for 9 from the field. He's already made 4 threes.
Poked away into the back court by Millett, and the Vols run it down. Here's Bird getting it front court. Shot clock is down to 11. Bird gives it over on the left side to Evans. Evans with 7. Still with a dribble at 6. Goes baseline. Swings it. Nope. Left side. Jumper up. No good. Rebound Millett. Had it flipped into the hands of Allen, and Bama runs the other way. Reitzel on the wing. Goes to his right. Goes underneath the basket. Flips it to Allen. Now to Millett. Catch and shoot 3. Too strong. Rebound claimed by the Volunteers.
Good look. Bama got a stop. Got a good look. In transition, not able to convert. Need to see more of that in the last 10.5 minutes of this game.
Carey with another rebound for the Vols. He now has 9, as they say, turnover Tennessee. Vols lose it out of bounds, and that'll give Tide a chance to get Phylon into the game to replace Houston Millett.
And just the third, or now 4th, turnover in the game for Tennessee. Alabama's turned it over 9 times. That one unforced, but Alabama will certainly take it.
Rick Barnes upset with something with Boswell, but he'll check out of the game as Bama will bring it into the front court. 10.5 minutes to go. Phylon gives it off to Allen. Drives, dishes, Jemison. Corner 3, no good. Missed the world. Second air ball he's had.
I mean, 2 feet over the goal on both attempts.
Here's Gillespie the other way. Driving to his right. Flips it back out high to Carey. Carey back to Gillespie, driving right wing. Flips it over to left wing, gets a return pass immediately. 10 minutes to go, 10 seconds to shoot on the possession. Gillespie, wild shot off the window and got it to drop. Bama down 57-46. Allen for 3, that one's no good. Rebound tipped, high into the air, out of bounds, touch last by the Volunteers. Old Tex underneath the basket didn't like the whistle.
Alabama's got some great looks and hasn't shot it poorly from the three-point line. Bama 8 for 23, 35%. But London Jemison, who's played so well and shot it so well as of late, about a 37% three-point shooter, has had some great looks and has been long on both.
Here's Bama the other way, or in the front court, I should say, with Holloway. Gives it off to Sherrill, back to Holloway on the wing. To Phylon, top of the arc. Trying to drive, stepping through. Tough shot, got it to go. Great move by LeBaron Phylon Jr. It's a 9-point game again. 9:22 and ticking time left.
That is such a hard shot to defend. Alabama coaches wanted to and one, fans wanted to travel. Able to put on the brakes and make that in traffic difficult shot for a great player.
Got to get stops. Into the low post. They go spinning, shooting, and getting it to roll over the iron was Carey.
I mean, listen, there are NFL defensive linemen that aren't built like Carey. 6'8", he's listed at 270. He may be bigger than that and use all of the muscle to get it in.
Phylon, tough drive, no good, and the rebound claimed by the Volunteers. Carey with 10 points and 9 rebounds in this contest.
And by the way, his dad was an NFL player. And
no kid.
His youngest son looks like it.
Gillespie working between the circles. Gillespie on the near wing, working against Jemison. Gives it off to Bird. Bird on the drive in the lane, flips it. Now they go to Evans. Spinning, 2 on the shot. Jumper is up, no good. Rebound goes right back to Sherrill, who now with that board has 6. Bama the other way. Right to bottom. Rattles in another one, and hallelujah, and thank you to Latrell Wrightsell Jr. He has been fantastic. 22 points in the ball game, 5 of 7 from 3, trying to keep Bama in it. Down 8 with 8 minutes to go. They'll drive in. They'll put it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound tip. Fought for, and Sherrill finally secures it for Alabama. Now to Holloway, to Reitzel. Latrell to the trailer, Jemison. Over to Holloway. Aiden trying to get free. Gets into the paint. Stops, spins, shoots, and got it to go with a soft touch. 6-point game. 7:37 remaining.
What a tough shot by Aiden Holloway. Got in the lane, took some contact, but able to get the friendly roll as Tennessee calls a timeout.
Rick Barnes uses the timeout. It becomes a media break. 7:32 to play. Bama trailing, but only by 6, 59-53, when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
At Red Diamond, we take a lot
by not converting both free throws here. First one is up, and the first one is absolutely perfect. 23 for Gillespie.
You know, going back to our discussion before the last media timeout, defending with or without fouling. You got to adjust to the officiating. And Tennessee realized that the officials were letting them play. And they were fouling, they weren't calling them. Alabama's going to adjust to that and play with physicality on the defensive end.
Gillespie hits both free throws, putting him at 24 for the game. That's the number he had in the first meeting between the two squads. And there was some reason for a stoppage in play after the made basket, whatever reason. We are resuming, and Alabama inbounds it, and now we'll bring it front court with Philon. LeBaron off the screen, the Tide trailing by 8. Has it between the circles, goes to his right, gives it back to Allen, fakes a 3, drives to the low block, stops, needs help, still needs help, gives it off to Sherrill, trying to drive underneath against Estrella, spins, under control, shot, no good, tip, fights for it, loose ball, controlled by the Vols. Here comes Gillespie the other way, with Tennessee up 61-53 with 6:38 to go.
Almost all the 50-50 balls have gone the way of the Vols. Gillespie able to chase that one down.
I contend they've got most of the 60-40s as well. Here's the Vols driving with Boswell, flipping it to the left corner, but there was no Vol there. It goes out of bounds, and possession will go back to the Crimson Tide. That is only their 6th turnover of the day. Bama basketball, 6:18 to go. Need a bucket and some stops, trailing 61-53. Philon, right side, gives it off to Holloway. Fakes a 3, driving, cut off, gives it back to Philon. Tennessee's defense relentless. Philon to his right, going downhill, puts it up and in off the glass. He's got a dozen, and Alabama's to within 6 again, 61-55. 5:55 to play.
And that's why LeBaron Philon is a potential All-American. That was well defended by Jacoby Gillespie, but great move by LeBaron Philon to go between his legs, past the defender, and ends up with an easy lay-in.
Gillespie right of the circle, dumps it inside. Estrella, floaters up, no good. Tip followed by Estrella. He'll control it, then throws it near side. They get a reset. Shot clock back down now to 12 after 8 seconds tick off of it. Driving Gillespie, flips it back left of the circle, Akpara. He will hand it to Evans, drives in, off the window and in. Hung in the air, got it to go, and the lead goes back to 8. Here comes Philon the other way. LeBaron playing off the screen from Sherrill. Gets inside the lane, gets to the rim, off the window, count it, and he's fouled. LeBaron Philon Jr. trying to put the Tide on his back right here. He's got us to within 6, trying to get it to 5 with 5 minutes, 9 seconds remaining.
Back-to-back moves by LeBaron Philon, looking like he did a little bit in the second half against Arkansas a couple weeks ago. Able to get the defender on his right hip, finish with the left hand, takes the contact. Huge three-point play opportunity, but going back to the defensive end, another missed opportunity for Alabama to close out the defensive possession. Estrella gets the offensive rebound, and another 2 for the Volunteers as a result.
Philon perfect on that attempt, and we've got it to within 5 for the first time in a long time. First time in this half, certainly, I believe. Brian says we had it to 4 at one point. I trust him. 4:57 to go. 63-58. Vols with it right side. They kick it into the corner. Directing traffic, they'll throw it low post to Gillespie. He'll try to pull his way in, stripped away and stolen by Reitzel. He throws it ahead, Philon. Near side, Holloway fakes the three, drive, dishes, Latrell in the corner, all alone, bottom. Oh, mercy! Latrell Reitzel Jr., a bank first three. He's got 25, and Bama's to within 2 with 4:27 to go.
Alabama 3 for their last 3, putting some stops together, getting out in transition. Not something we've seen enough of in this game.
Gillespie back over to Boswell. Near side, they go to Evans. Evans to the top of the arc with it. 8 to shoot. Gillespie to Akpara, driving the lane. Layup is good for 2. Flipped it up and gets the lead back up to 4. Bama the other way as the Vol fans react. Here's Philon now, working against the defender. Playing off of the screen from Reitzel. LeBaron with a dribble. Going to his left, getting into the lane, circling away from traffic. Had it knocked away, they knock into the deck, no foul. Gillespie on the drive, lays it up and in for 2. Nate's already got a technical. He can't say exactly what he wants. In fact, he's going to be held up by an assistant for a moment as the Vols lead it by 6. Keep fighting, fellas. Allen on the drive, getting to the rim, pump fake, spin, kicks it out, Reitzel. Latrell on the drive, got bumped, and now a late whistle, and a foul is called on that play. 3:22 to go when we come back. Bama still scrapping, clawing, fighting, but trailing 67-61 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pet.
Big opportunity for Alabama here on the road in front of 20,000 in orange. Bama with the ball, big offensive possession.
Massive for the Tide, down 6. Philon with it between the circles. LeBaron surveying the floor with 12 on the shot clock, driving it down the lane, works against Estrella, lays it up and in. Nate wanted an and one, and I understand why. He definitely got bumped, but there was no whistle.
Yeah, LeBaron Philon so good going to his left, put on the brakes, took the contact. That is typically an and one. Great play by LeBaron.
They'll throw the lob to Akpara. He missed it. Grabbed by Holloway, and the Tide runs the other way, down 4. Philon with it near side to his right, goes to the rim, lays it up, it hung on the rim and fell off, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with 2:49 remaining, and Alabama trailing 67-63.
Great job defensively. Doesn't take much, but Aiden Sherrill able to force a difficult shot. And once again, Bama out in transition. LeBaron Philon almost had the and one on the previous possession. No call this time. He gets the call, but not the friendly roll. Goes to the line for a couple of big free throws.
The first one's perfect. 67-64. 2:49 to go. Tennessee's led by as many as 13. At 55-42, Alabama has never led. Second free throw, a deep breath for the Mobile native. Second try, perfect again. And Alabama has made it a 2-point game, 67-65. 2:44 remaining here in Knoxville. Volunteers front court with it. Spreading the floor. They work it with Evans. Now Gillespie tried to bank it. It wouldn't go. Rebound Philon. Running the other way. One man to beat to the rim. It will go in. And let's start over. Tied at 67 with 2:25 to go.
And a great defensive play against Jacoby Gillespie. Forced a difficult shot. Alabama once again out in transition, and what a finish by LeBaron Philon.
6-0 run for the Tide. They made 5 of their last 5. He's done the bulk of the damage. Estrella inside, spinning baseline, got it to go. Tough one over Sherrill, but the Vols lead it again with 2 minutes exactly to play. Alabama front court with it. And Reitzel just hurt himself away from the basketball. And a timeout, and you got to be kidding me. Latrell Reitzel Jr.
And he's saying
says
he's
okay.
No, he slipped, and he's pointing to a spot on the floor.
Yes.
And, well, that's tough because Alabama, I thought, had the matchup they wanted with Akpara against Aiden Holloway. Had the matchup where want to see that. The guard, the quickness advantage for Alabama, but because of the slip and potential injury, but Latrell Reitzel looks fine, and he'll come to the Alabama bench. They're going to check out Jacoby Gillespie, who may be bleeding.
1:54 to go. And a timeout called. I think it's an injury timeout. That's exactly what it is with Gillespie being attended to. He tripped over one of the officials.
Going back
to the other end of the floor. Was it Don Daly, maybe?
Yeah, and getting the replay of that stop, steal, and lay-in by LeBaron Philon. And talk about the number of almost and ones. That was another one where he took the contact from Jacoby Gillespie, able to finish through that contact. No call, and Alabama down 2, just under 2 minutes to play with the ball. Going against the set Tennessee defense. It'll give Rick Barnes an opportunity to get the defenders on the right players. Didn't have that before the timeout.
Tennessee has blown 4 leads of 10 plus this year. That's the most in the SEC. Alabama has 4 comebacks of 10 plus point deficits on the year. That is second best in the conference. Hopeful for number 5 in both columns when this one concludes. 1:54 to go in regulation, and Alabama trailing 69-67. We were tied last possession, but we've never led. A 3 would change that. Here's Philon playing off of a screen. LeBaron surveying the floor. He's looking for Reitzel. Can't get it to him yet. LeBaron trying to drive, plays off the screen. Goes to Sherrell in the paint. Sherrell spinning, looking, flips it over to Philon. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, step back, 3 for the lead. It is no good. Rebounded Sherrell underneath the basket, out to Reitzel for the lead. No good. Tip, no. Rebound, fought for, and a foul is going to be whistled. No, they say out of bounds. Touched last by the Vols, and man, are we lucky right there. Oh, should have been a foul probably on Aiden.
I don't know that Tennessee's maybe the one that's lucky. Bama ended up with 2 good looks from 2 great players who've been hot. Latrell Reitzel from 3. Before that, it was LeBaron Philon. What an effort by Aiden Sherrell to fight on the offensive glass to save the possession for Alabama. Now the 3rd chance opportunity for Alabama. How many times have we said that for Tennessee in this game? But a huge opportunity right now for Bama, down 2 with 1:26 to play.
Estrella out, and their big defender, Carey, has checked in. Huge rebounder in this one as well. Philon to Holloway. Holloway with 11 to shoot. 10. Holloway at 9. Working near side at 8, 7, 6. Ties it up with a baseline floater from 10. What a shot from Aiden Holloway, and we're deadlocked at 69 with 1 minute to go. Timeout called by the officials, and I believe it was Rick Barnes who got the timeout there.
And what a play by Aiden Holloway. Had the 6'11 center, Akpara, matched up on him, was able to get inside. Akpara thought the little man was going to take it all the way because Alabama doesn't shoot mid-range jumpers unless they're open. Aiden Holloway able to knock down a huge mid-range jumper to tie the score.
1:01 on the game clock. What do you expect to see from Rick Barnes out of this timeout? Do they feed it inside to Carey once again, or does he use that timeout to get him out and bring in the more skilled Estrella in? Tennessee basketball, inbounding, side court. They get it to Gillespie. He'll work against Holloway. 20 to shoot, 57 to play. Akpar looking into the low post to Carey. Double team. He'll dribble away from traffic and hands it off literally Gillespie. 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound tipped out and out of bounds. Touch last by the Volunteers. It'll be Bama ball with 45 seconds remaining. Tie game at 69. And Nate Oates wants a timeout right here.
And that was a great defensive play. I think it was Aiden Holloway. I want to see the replay, but it looked like Jacoby Gillespie, one of the best three-point shooters in the SEC, was all alone in the corner. A great contest forced a long shot Alabama able to get the defensive rebound. It was Holloway who was a little bit behind the play, and Tennessee trying to get on the offensive glass, tips it out of bounds. Akpara hit the deck.
And Bama's stealing a timeout right here because Tennessee had a player down in Akpara who got hit from behind by a teammate on that rebound. And so Bama is using the opportunity to draw something up. Tennessee never went to the bench.
Well, Bama's stealing a timeout. Still have 3, by the way.
You're right.
In case you need any more. But Alabama, be interesting to see if they try to go quick.
Yeah.
Try to go 2 for 1 here. Tie score, 45 seconds to play, 30 on the shot clock.
We've never led. And we got 45 seconds to go. And they're going to get the big fella Carey out of the game and bring in another guard in Berg to replace him. Bama inbound against a Phylon. 27 to shoot, 42 to play. Bama basketball. Phylon working to his right. Has it on the wing. Estrella defending him. 17 on the shot clock. Phylon directing traffic. Goes right. Stops. Looks. 10 to shoot. Gets into the paint. Step back. Cleaner. Bottom. And Alabama leads with 22.8 to go. 71-69. Our first lead of the night. And Bama needs one more stop. And the Vols hurry at front court. And Rick Barnes calls a timeout with 19.2 to go.
What a job by LeBaron Phylon. Completely under control, knew exactly what he wanted. Tennessee switched. He had J.P. Estrella, 6'11", matched up on him. He cleared out, sent his teammates to the baseline.
Our side, Gillespie. Gillespie lost it, got it back at 7, 6, 5. Gillespie to the rim, lays it up. It's no good. Tip, no good. Tipped again. 2 seconds. 1. No shot. Ball game. Ball game. Ball game. Let's get out of here. Alabama never led until the final minute, but comes back, wins it. 71-69 is your final. The Tide rolls at the end on Rocky Top and picks up a huge SEC victory over their arch rival.
What an unbelievable comeback for Alabama. This team was questioned. Their toughness was questioned at halftime by the coaches, by the fans. What kind of toughness did Alabama show in the second half here at Thompson Bowling in front of 20,000 all in orange? It wasn't a great performance defensively on the backboard throughout, but it was better on the defensive end and rebounding the ball late in the second half. Alabama, the leading scoring team in college basketball, didn't get to their average, but they didn't need to. They just needed to score 1 more point, got 2 more points than the Volunteers. What a win here in a tough environment for Alabama.
71-69 the final. Bama now 22-7, 12-4 in the SEC. The Vols now 20-9 with a 10-6 mark in the Southeastern Conference. Oh, mercy! What a win for the Crimson Tide. Postgame coming your way in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Just a moment ago, here's Chris Stewart in the Bama locker room with Bama coach Nate Oates.
Coach, teams that advance in the tournament find a way to win different ways. And, man, in the last week you've had some huge wins, and they've been very different. The shootout against Arkansas, and this one, grinding it, coming back, winning it down the stretch. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm still not quite sure we won. Like losing the glass by 17, losing the turnovers by 4. I mean, you know, we obviously shot a little better than they did. We got to the free throw line and converted. Had 6 more points at the line, and we made 6 more threes. And I guess that's the difference in the game. But man, they had 78 field goals. We only had 56, so they got 22 more field goals than us to convert. We right now we'll worry about all the things that went wrong later. Right now we're going to celebrate this win because these are not easy to get at this place. I mean, we outplayed these guys for 39 minutes last year and couldn't get the win. So, and Rick's super classy after the game. He said after that game here last year, you guys deserve this one. So he's really classy guy.
Coach, your team, the resiliency, because you're down 13 in the second half and it's not looking good. It looks like it could go the other way in a hurry. but tell me how your team was able to get back, not just in the game, but win it down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, so that backcourt, Trelly and Holloway and Phylon, I mean, they you know, Holloway didn't have his best scoring game, but boy, that shot late. I think he hit the one to tie us up, I think, and then Barron hit the one to put us up. So those two guys made tough shots. And you know what? I mean, Reitzel caught fire from 3 again, 6 and 9. You know, Holloway shot it well. We just weren't able to get him enough shots. But man, that backcourt's pretty good.
Yeah. I know Sherelle.
Yeah, and I was going to say, yeah, and you cannot. This game's not won without Aiden Sherelle. I mean, that 1-0 board, the keeping it alive, it goes down for a team-0 board there at the end. But you know, he's the only guy that was able to really get in there and rebound with those guys and give us any kind of chance. So for him to do what he did and play 33 minutes and led the team in minutes, we had to have him on. He stayed out of foul trouble this one and shoot 4 block shots. I mean, he didn't lead us in scoring, but he may be the MVP just with the way he was able to fight and battle those guys inside.
You got hot when you had to, but Coach, you also finally got the stops. You may have said this number specifically already, but they don't score in the last 2:06. That's almost unheard of in this building.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'll give Coach Adams, our defensive coach, a ton of credit. He kind of went to the cross-matching and switching, and they kind of slowed them down. I think screwed them up. You know, we still had issues rebounding, but at least they were missing. At least they're missing the first shot almost of the time. So, you know, when we finally were able to get some rebounds, that strip by Trelly down in the paint, and then we pushed it out. I think he ended up getting the 3 in the corner, if I remember right. I think Holloway ended up driving it, finding them, and that's the play that stands out to me. When Aiden Sherelle tried to throw the lob to Akpara, and Sherelle got the tip, and we got out the other way. There was a couple big defensive plays that we made. Holloway significantly better. I thought Phylon picked it up in the second half. So our defense got way better in the second half. You know, and we held them to 29. They held us 28 in the first half. We held them to 29 in the second half.
Massive win on the road, and now you got another tough one because Georgia's a very capable team. I think they won again today, and now you got to go there for a midweek game before you wrap up the regular season next weekend against Auburn.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, to start the year out, I think they were number 1 in the country in tempo. They're not playing as fast now, but they would like to play fast. They're pressing. You know, we're going to have to take care of the ball. I got to really dive into them tonight, tomorrow, and get a better feel for them. We haven't played them yet, and it's been a little while since they played an opponent we played like super recent to where I really got a good look at them. But they're good. Mike does a really good job. And we've struggled there before and had to come back from some big deficits. Hopefully we don't put ourselves in big deficit like we've been doing here on the road. But good thing is if we end up that way, we know we can come back. Our guys got a lot of fight, man. These guys did not quit at all for 40 minutes, despite how bad it had gotten there.
Always appreciate the time. Congratulations again on the win. Go enjoy that locker room.
Yeah, we're going to. Appreciate it, Chris.